They say that to enjoy a distinctive piece in all its glory, you have to let it express itself. Let it reveal its essence in every cut. Let it tell its story, eliciting words that describe unique sensations. Covap's Alta Expresión dry-cured Acorn-fed 100% Ibérico pork shoulder has a slender shape, a thin shin bone, a black hoof, a V-shaped cut, and fat that is soft to the touch. It usually weighs around 11 pounds. This piece also comes with Covap's identifying band and a tamper-proof black tag, which is the official guarantee of the breed and its diet. This gourmet gem comes from a pig roaming free in its natural habitat, the Dehesa. At Covap, we are swine breeders, and thanks to our closed production cycle, we can certify the authenticity of every piece from its very source. Visit our website, www.ibericoscovap.com. Enter the code on the tag in the traceability section and discover your ham's origin. Physical features of the shoulder. Every shoulder has 3 main areas and 2 more parts that complete it. The shank is the rear part of the pig's shoulder, and it has more lean meat and wider slices than the flank. The flank is found in the front part, and it is divided into 2 areas that are separated by the humerus bone. This is where we will begin the cut. The hock is the most fibrous part, and it is located near the hoof. As this is a thin part, it is often more aged and is ideal for cutting into cubes. The shin bone is a good point of reference for identifying a quality shoulder. It should be thin as a sign of all the exercise the pig did, a very important quality to ensure that the meat is marbled with fat. Finally, the hoof is black, a hallmark of the Ibérico breed. Cutting tools. A long, flexible ham knife, which you will use to remove the slices. A broad-bladed knife, which you will use to remove the outer layers of fat and lean meat. A paring knife for making precise cuts in the more angular areas and for separating the shoulder from the bone. Finally, a knife sharpener to keep the blade in perfect condition. Tongs will be used when removing the slices and placing them on the plate. Securing and preparing the shoulder. Make sure the shoulder is secured in the ham folder and get ready to slice it by removing the initial layers of skin and the yellow fat. If the shoulder is going to be eaten slowly, over the course of 10 to 12 days, only remove the part you want to slice. This way, the rest of the shoulder stays well preserved. Start to cut the skin of the shoulder with the paring knife from the top of the hock to the middle of the shin bone. Make a straight line from this point to the end of the shoulder blade and join the cut by the fatty part. Continue carefully removing the outer layers of the area that is to be sliced until the meat and the highly prized white fat are exposed. As you consume the shoulder, keep cutting the piece in a straight line. If you are expecting to eat the entire piece on the same day, you can remove all of the skin and fat to make it ready to slice. We recommend making a single long, continuous cut in the fatty part to ensure that the shoulder looks neater. This will make it appear more uniform. The white fat that appears under the layers of yellow fat should not be removed. This is the healthy fat of Covap's Alta Expresión dry-cured Acorn-fed 100% Ibérico pork shoulder. Cutting the flank. Start slicing at the flank, in the part nearest to the hoof. Make an initial incision, leaning the blade of the knife against the bone so that it is easier to extract the slices from this area. These slices will be smaller to begin with and will get bigger in size as you continue to cut. To extract the slices, you need to use the ham knife, which must be very sharp. Cut in a smooth back and forth motion without applying force. Use your free hand to remove the slices and place them on the plate. Slide the knife from one side to the other, enjoying cutting our Ibérico Alta Expresión bone-in dry cured Acorn-fed 100% Ibérico pork shoulder. Continue slicing the shoulder until you reach the bone. It is important for each slice to have its part of healthy fat together with the lean meat, so the sensory nuances can be appreciated. It has as much, if not more, flavor than the meat itself and gives it a particular creaminess. It has high antioxidant and oleic acid content, which is very beneficial for cardiovascular health. Once you have finished cutting this area, slice the rear part of the flank, next to the shoulder blade. Make a vertical incision, avoiding the bone, and cut the first slice in the opposite direction to normal. This is how to get the most out of it while still keeping the cut straight. When separating the meat from the bone, the cut should not be very deep in order to keep the firmness of the piece at all times. When the shoulder blade appears in the cutting direction, go around it, score it again, and always continuing to cut horizontally. Continue slicing until you reach the scapular spine. Preserving the shoulder. To preserve a shoulder that you have already started to cut, you can use the initial layers of white fat to cover the surface of the meat. This fat nourishes the shoulder and protects it from the air so it doesn't dry out. Cutting the shank. Having finished the flank, turn the shoulder round and begin to slice the shank. Repeat the process of scoring the bone before extracting the slices, first in the direction of the shin bone, then in the normal cutting direction. When plating the ham, pay particular attention to the way you lay the slices, layering them and making sure the marbling always follows the same direction. This time, the shoulder blade will be on the other side of the flank. Keep slicing horizontally until the width is approximately 1 inch, and then begin what is called the third cut. Third cut. Now turn the shoulder round, keeping the fatty area facing up. To begin the third cut, score diagonally, going around the scapular spine. Slice the third cut, extracting quality slices, avoiding any sinewy parts that may appear, until you reach the upper part. Turn the shoulder over and finish slicing the inner part in the same way. Cutting the hock. To finish, now cut the hock, a particularly flavorful area. The cutting of the main areas of the shoulder is now finished. Cutting shoulder cubes. Once you have finished cutting the main parts of the shoulder, you can get the most out of this prized piece. The part that is still located in the scapular spine, next to the remaining meat, can be sliced into cubes. This is a highly regarded cut to eat as a snack or use as an ingredient in a wide range of dishes. The fat can also be used in cooking. Because of its high oleic content, it is ideal for preparing and seasoning a host of different dishes. The bone is perfect for making all kinds of stocks. How to serve the shoulder. The slices should be placed on the plate slightly overlapping each other. The ideal temperature for cutting the ham if you are going to consume it immediately is room temperature, around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. It should never be too cold. Sometimes small white spots appear on the slices. These are tyrosine crystals, the precipitation of amino acids generated during the meat curing process. They become visible as a result of the natural drying process in the drying house. They are therefore a reflection of the natural curing and drying, and they do not affect the ultimate flavor of the shoulder. An 11-pound Alta Expresión Ibérico pork shoulder from Covap can yield an average of around 23 3-ounce servings. Covap's Alta Expresión bone in dry-cured Acorn-fed 100% Ibérico pork shoulder comes from the cooperative members' own ranch. The pigs roam free in the dehesa and eat grass and acorns. Acorns are what give the ham its oleic acid, the same ingredient found in olive oil. And the grass provides vitamins, minerals, and natural antioxidants. It is therefore a healthy product and an essential part of the Mediterranean diet.